Hello, I'm Lesley Logan, and today we're going to do the side leg kicks here on the mat. We'll do the full series, also talk about some modifications and some replacements. So make sure you stick with me all the way to the end because I've got some tips for you that you're going to want to make sure you're using to either modify or advance your practice. First, I'm going to show you the ideal. First of all, as a runner, side leg carries save my hips. So make sure you're doing your side leg series, okay? If you're watching this from the OPC flashcard deck, thank you so much. I'm so happy to know you're using it and it's helpful for you. If you didn't know that we have an OPC deck, well, now you know, and you can get your deck at onlinepilatesclasses.com. Okay, so here's what you do. I have moon boxes. If you don't have moon boxes because you don't have a raised mat like this, totally fine. Just take your foot a little bit further off the mat because you'll have a little more surface area. So the idea, and where I see people make mistakes all the time, is that their bottom leg isn't far enough in front of them, or it's too far. So it's at a 45-degree angle. Then their hips, elbow and shoulder are not at the back edge of the mat. They'll be like somewhere in the middle. So you want to have a really nice tall back, almost like you're going to go into an extension. That's how tall you are. So you have your elbow lined up, bottom leg forward, top leg on top of your bottom leg. Now, right here, nothing is working. I'm totally hanging out at the beach, okay? So we don't want that. I have a waist that is way more narrow and like even a rib cage than my hips. So when I'm in a straight line with my spine, I'm way up here, including with my bottom hip, like waist here, it's up. You may be all the way down, and that's fine. Just make sure you're not hiking your hip, okay? So you find the lift of the obliques underneath that you need. Easier, hand in front. Ideal is hand behind your head. The bottom leg, do not lock that knee out. Flex that foot, push it down. Here we go. There's a few exercises in this series. The first is front, back. You go front, front, back, back. It is not front and then further forward. No, you want to keep, I shouldn't see anything change in your upper body. You go as far as you can, a little bit back, as far as you can. Back, a little bit forward, back. So front, front, back, back. Then after doing the front and back, you take the top leg, you turn it out. You may have to just double check with your hand that you didn't tip your hip back, okay? And then you point with the externally rotated leg, lift the leg up, flex, squeeze the leg down. Again, it's not about how high the leg comes, it's how high the leg can come without your hip moving into your rib cage. So this waist has to stay long on both sides. Then after about 3 to 5 of those, you take the leg back. You go back as far as you can and still push your bottom leg down. And you draw 3 to 5 little circles. I tend to cheat and circle with my bottom shoulder. So I have to really work my bottom shoulder to be still as I do my little circles, okay? Then top leg over the bottom leg. Then this is where we can go more advanced. Big circles. Each time you got to squeeze the heels together, go back around, squeeze. Then you reverse around, squeeze, reverse around, squeeze, boom. So 3 to 5 of each. If you're going to do all 4 of those, I highly recommend 3 of each. They're really, really difficult. Then you would do the other side. So beginner, you can do less. Obviously, you could just do the front, back, and the circles. I really think that those 2 are better than doing the first 2. So I think the up down is a little bit more advanced, and then obviously the big circles are more advanced. So I'd rather you do a hand in front, as I mentioned, and then a smaller kick front back, and then go back there and do the circles, then do this up down and do it badly, because this is what I end up seeing, the hip hiking to lift the leg. We don't want that. So if you're newer to this, then do that. There's also some tips on onlinepilatesclasses.com where I show you how you can use a magic circle to strengthen it. I also show some other modifications for the side leg series and some variations, including one with bent knees. That is really, really helpful. Again, more advanced, 3 of each, no breaks, no stopping, and you must do those big circles. But remember, they're as big as you can do without shifting around in your shoulders. From the waist up, don't want to see any movement because we're about to go into teaser. When you get to teaser, you have teaser 1 where your legs have to remain still. Well, you have to have the strength around your hips to hold them there, right? And then there's teaser 2 where the legs go down and up. What do you think front back is on your side leg kicks? It's teaser 2. Then you got teaser 3 where everything has to come apart and come together. Well, you got to be able to keep that all together in your legs the whole time and bring in what you've learned from everything else in your mat. So what I want you to do is get on your mat, do your side leg kicks. If you're wanting some accountability around this, then I want you on onlinepilatesclasses.com. Join us as a member and you can do life better.